I am Maria Garcia de Florin. One of the creators of the Catholic press and great concern for education was Pedro Canisio, whose feast is celebrated on December 21st. He was born in Holland on May 8, 1521. To please his father, he studied arts and civil law. He also studied theology. At the age of 22, he visited Father Pedro Fabro, who was a companion of St. Ignatius of Loyola. He did the spiritual exercises of St. Ignatius and was enthusiastic about religious life. He was admitted to the Society of Jesus in 1549. He made his solemn profession as Jesuit in Rome in the presence of the founder of the order, St. Ignatius of Loyola. The day of his admission to the order, he called it his second birth. He founded in the city of Colonia the first German house of the Jesuit order. Concerned about the religious formation of the youth, Father Pedro Canisio founded schools in different German cities. He was the first provincial of the Upper Germany. He was an advisor to the King of the Romans and the Diet of Regensburg, took part in religious discussions at Worms, was present at the Diet of Augsburg. His manuscripts show the care with which he wrote his sermons. He participated at the Council of Trent in 1562 as the theologian of the Pope. By his interventions, the Catholic members of the Augsburg Diet accepted the decrees of the Council. The plans of the Protestants were thwarted, and a vigorous new life for Catholics in Germany began from then on. Father Pedro Canisio preached in courts of kings, churches, and cathedrals. He really enjoyed teaching the children. He sought to raise the religious and scientific level. He exhorted Pope Gregory XIII to make donations and found papal seminaries in different cities. Under his direction, several schools were built to educate the clergy in cathedrals, as well as schools for simple people. He wrote a catechism that ran over 200 editions in at least 20 languages. His preaching also had great influence in converting Protestants. Canisio dedicated his last years of life to the instruction of converts, to make spiritual addresses to the brothers of the order, to write and republish books. He died in Innsbruck, Austria, on December 21st, 1597, having argued that defending Catholic truth was essentially. In Rome and Trent, he vigorously recommended the commitment of theologians to write in defense of the Catholic faith. He asked Pope Pius V to annually send subsidies to the Catholic printers of Germany and to allow German schools to edit Roman manuscripts. He induced the foundation of a printing establishment, secured special privileges for printers, communicated with the leading Catholic printers of his time, and had foreign works reprinted in defense of the Church. Father Canisio advised the generals, the superiors of the order, to create a college of authors. In the midst of all his occupations, Pedro Canisio remained essentially a man of prayer. He was an ardent defender of the prayer of the Rosary. He was one of the forerunners of modern devotion to the Sacred Heart of Jesus, because he knew that with God we always win.